4.5 years ago, in the fall of 2019, I ran unsupported over 21 miles in a national park that I love. It's a beautiful, gorgeous place, popular place, and I would say a spiritual place. Didn't always realize that, but it feels so good instantly when I'm in that place. And then so to cover 21 miles on foot, self-sustained, connecting to nature, seeing all that, connecting to my body was exhilarating. And it's something I trained for a long time. And after doing it, it was something I wanted to repeat every year. Well, that was 2019. 2020 happened. And lots of trauma in 2020, like everywhere. Some people ended up better, financially. They got to start working from home. They learned to make, sourdough bread. They spent more time with their family, their kids. They decided, to move somewhere, and it's something way better for them. But for some people, there was none of that. Personally, I made 50% less than I normally do in that year, even though I was still employed. My business made that much less money. And there's other things, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't intend to talk about all that here, but I kept running during that time, but I also honored that we weren't supposed to be leaving our homes and going far, and we weren't supposed to be, they closed a lot of, mountains and parks and things like that. And so I still, for 20, 21, yeah, a year plus, I still could run, 6 to 8, maybe 10 miles. Kind of 6 to 8. It was probably my regular long, but yeah, some 10. And then all of a sudden one day I started to have some knee pain, and this was in 2021. So I made it, like a year and a half. And my last run, I had just taken some steroids previously, like a 10-day pack, because I had some hearing loss and I didn't want to take it. I was talking to the physician, can't I just do it through diet? But I just know about the side effects. I've experienced the negative side effects of corticosteroids. I think a lot of people, experience them but don't realize them. But I will end up having musculoskeletal pains afterwards that emerge and persist, and I forgot that in that moment because I had this routine of running. I was also eating really clean at that time, again because I said, well, why don't I do it through diet? But it's my hearing. I didn't want to mess around with it, so I took the steroids and I ate clean, which meant no refined sugars. I'm not eating processed foods. I'm not having, just plant-based, that sort of thing, okay? And I went on the run because I even recorded a video. It's about clean eating, running while eating clean. Have a video. Had the best run, I feel like, of my life. And the scenery was nice. It was trail running. It wasn't as pretty, as where the earlier long run that I told you about or other places I've run. I liked it. It was nice enough. But my body felt so good. it felt so good. Whereas, running can be a bit of type 2 pain. So shout out to my friend Dex, go beyond.love, fear coach. He just did a great segment on talking about type 1 and type 2 fears, and even type 3. I'm not going to get into that, but running isn't always type 1 fun. But this run was hard. Trying to remember how much elevation gain. If it's like 1,000 or something feet. And then I'm just like up, down, and it was, I can't remember if it was 8 or 10 miles. I want to say 10. Felt so good, so glorious. And to be in that kind of shape where you could run that distance and have it be entirely type 1 fun, the kind that like you're just smiling and like woo, and you're not like, because we've all seen the runners that are doing this and it's their type 2 pain, but I just felt like How many miles am I doing today? 2. And you can maybe surmise from this video, I'm not running very fast. I don't know what my watch would say, but like when I've been doing runs, right now you can't call them runs because they're technically not runs, but whatever. When I'm doing runs, jogs, maybe 12, 13 miles per hour, maybe stopping. And that's because, and even right now this feels like I would probably stop right there. I'll stop for you, yeah. So this is a training run. My goals have shifted since I had that knee pain. I haven't been having knee pain in the last year, maybe 9 months. I'm trying to remember when I started eating sprouts. I really wonder how much that has to do with it. Although I've been doing so much. I ended up getting a pin taken out of my knee from a surgery 20 years ago, a screw to see if that was it, why I was having this low-grade inflammation. And this was not severe pain, but I don't mess around with pain in my joints. That is my body's protective mechanism to say, something's not right here. Something's not right here, and you need to get to the source of it. And I knew, in that awareness, I knew for some reason, I don't know why, I've had knee surgeries on both sides. I've had, different ankle sprains or things like that. I've got a hip issue, like the hip socket, and kind of a labral issue, some FAI on that right side, soccer player, classic. But that also doesn't really cause me pain. But that's because I'm actively working on the mobility there, working on the strength. I'm working on my core strength. So I've been working on that right leg, opposite leg of what is weak, to get strong. And it's taken time. It could have gone faster, but life has been lifing. So, pandemic, throw a divorce in there, throw coming out in there, and plus all the other kind of stuff and things and jobs, and I'm life and different iterations of work and career, and I'm doing the best I can. And so sometimes I'm more consistent things, sometimes not, but there is that consistency overarching of I'm not gonna do anything that's causing tendon pain, joint pain, muscle pain. There's a difference between muscle pain, soreness, and we can talk about that. You can ask any questions you have below. But I want to run that 21-mile race again. Race. It's not a race. Dang it. These words. Spiritual kind of connected run that I did. I felt the journey so helpful. Being on the trail. I stopped running in Los Angeles actually because when I first moved here, because I was like, all these stoplights, all these cars. This city is not that pretty. It's living in Echo Park, you know, circa 2010, 2011. But just kind of anywhere, like LA. I didn't move here because like, oh, what a beautiful place. Moved here for music for my partner and mountains for me. That was the response. And I then got introduced to trail running, and right now it is, man, my watch is, it's 8:45 on my day off here. And you know, there's nobody around me. I haven't seen a single person on this trail. There's traffic down below over here, but that spot where I was just back there, I couldn't even hear them, let alone see them. I have to go way, way over here. And then, I can show you, it's down in there. Getting on the trail in any form, probably apart from trail running, you know, my longest first love is like mountain biking. It was my first love, you know, and then you throw climbing in there. But getting on the trail, getting outside with any of these activities is amazing. But if you're gonna do it for life, whoo, you with me? Ha! If you're gonna do it for life, you can't just plow through, okay? You can't make long-term sacrifices for short-term outcomes and expect to continue to be able to do something. You compromise things by pushing through and doing that marathon or doing that hike when you weren't ready, or climbing that route that everybody's telling you should try, but you know is way too hard, and then trying it again and again instead of acknowledging the actual data point where you're at. Is like, I'm not strong enough right now. I don't have enough mobility right now. Okay? And then work on the other things and then come back. Okay? Whew. So I've been working on it. I don't really have knee pain anymore, but my right side is approaching the strength of my left side, but it is not the same. It is not yet the same. But it's enough that I can run. But when I run, it has to be slow, because it has to be enough that I can be mindful while I'm doing it. I can be aware of my form, right? And make sure it's as symmetrical as possible. We need to have symmetry when we're running. We need to have the awareness of our pelvis, of our feet, of our knee position, where are our shoulders, what's our breath like. And right now, because I'm talking with this, I'm not exemplifying the kind of breath that I would recommend. And that's just, oops, I feel a little bit in my knee, a different kind of pain in me, so I stop, okay? Because me recording right now, like I said, is taking away from my mindfulness. So I'm like at my turnaround spot, and I want to be focused and enjoy the way back. So that was just a mile out, and this is my reward. I'm rooting for you. May you always see the blessing. Drop comments below what questions you have, what you'd like to see next. My name is L with LYHL Movement Coaching.